Right.
Soumya, shall we begin? Soumya? Very well, thank you. So, a very good evening and welcome to the Charter Installation Ceremony of the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. Right before we proceed to the installation ceremony, let's have a small glimpse of how we reached the Sydenham Express with our fellow Rotaractor Soumya Reddy. Thank you, Soumya. I, Rotaractor Muskan Kanodia, along with Rotaractor Sakshi Chavan, will be your hosts for the evening. And we, on behalf of the entire RCSC team, would like to welcome you on board. I would now request Rotarian Samarose Mehta, President of the Rotary Club of Bombay, to call the meeting to order.
Thank you. That was a very nostalgic little bit. Reminded me of my college days. Anyway, I call the meeting to order. Please rise for the national anthem.
I request the Sergeant at Arms, Saurabh Banasane, to please play the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे
Thank you, everyone. Now I request everyone to please turn on their cameras and please be seated. Now I hand over the floor to RTR Muskan Kanodia.
The city of dreams is made of millions of humans who work for a better future. It is rightly said, Mumbai ही तुमची, आमची आणि सगळ्यांची आहे. An extraordinary place with a rich diversity is created by the ordinary acts of many who come here with the hope of making a living. Today, our installation aims to give a tribute to this cosmopolitan city, which is a perfect blend of culture, customs, and lifestyle. The theme for our installation is Mumbai Meri Jaan. This is a humble effort from our end to relate our club with the many aspects of this magnificent city. We would do so by connecting our club leaders with the various places in Mumbai which led to the city's growth. Today, we have along with us Rotarian Samrose Mehta, the president of the Rotary Club of Bombay, to grace the event as our guest of honor. I would now request Rotarian Samrose Mehta to introduce the president of the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College for the year 2020 to 21.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, good evening, everyone, once again. I am privileged to introduce Rotaractor Yash Babrekar as the president of the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. Yash, as you all know, is a student with the potential to lead the Rotaract Club of Sydenham and lay the foundation for the club to be one of the best Rotaract clubs globally. Without hesitation, he took the initiative to form the first ever Rotaract club at Sydenham, my alma mater as well. And his efforts to successfully attain the club charter must be appreciated. Yash has set the foundations for the club, and I am sure that he will build an excellent team of individuals who will assist him in all his endeavors. Yash aims to not only work for society in general as per the principles of Rotaract, but to also make a difference in the lives of each and every member of the club by assisting in their individual growth. Being the president of RC Sydenham is an honor and a privilege. And whilst this post carries along with it great responsibilities, I am sure that he will live up to every expectation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to bestow upon Rotaractor Yash Babrekar the mantle of Charter President of the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. Congratulations, Yash.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the kind words. So, with your permission, sir, I'd like to collar myself over here. Would that be fine, sir?
Absolutely. Please do collar yourself.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
These are one of the advantages of being online. You can do everything on your own.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Go ahead.
So, thanks a lot for the kind words, sir. I mean, I really appreciate it, and I would really try to do justice to whatever you've said so far. And yeah, let's continue with this. Right now, I guess this entire feeling is a little overwhelming for me. So I'm very sorry for the errors. Being the charter president was definitely something that I ever dreamt of. Was not something that I thought I'd become anytime in my life, and just becoming and speaking in front of dignitaries like Pramrose sir, like others alumni who are present, like professors, and in front of all my fellow batchmates, it's just a little overwhelming from my side. I guess I have to start the president's speech, the first speech which everybody waits for. And there are a few things which I would like to give a disclaimer before I start. Right now, I personally don't think that the speech would be, I mean, I'm really very young and I haven't experienced life so much to give a speech in front of dignitaries who are present. So please do correct me if I go wrong somewhere, or if I say something which is not correct with your experience. Whatever I try to say right now would be just a gesture from my side to share my experience with my fellow batchmates. It's nothing unusual, neither it is something incredible. It is just normal, like we all are. And I guess within normality, we find extraordinary skill set, we find extraordinary experiences of life because of the people that we are with, not individually. To do before I start the speech is thank the people who were supporting me right from the start the people who I've been working with since the last 6 months, 7 months, and the people who have supported me in chartering this club, along with our parent Rotary Club. And I'm super thankful for the entire thing. To begin with, I really believe in this one line called to change a million hearts, you don't need a million people. You just need one with an inspiring story. And well, here is the story from my eyes, and it might be inspiring for some, it might not. It is just a story which all of you might be able to just relate with yourselves. So the last time I heard these few lines, which I'm going to recite right now, I was very emotional because, well, it was one of my favorite poems. It's written by William Blake, and I guess you'd know the emotion that goes behind it when I read it out for you. It goes something like, to see a world in a grain of sand. I repeat this: to see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. The depth of this poem, these few lines are immeasurable, and these are just the first 4 lines from the entire poetry written by Mr. William Blake. Now, this is what I remember when I think of my childhood, because this was something which really mesmerized me throughout. What the points that I am going to talk about, there are just 3 points which I would like to share during this entire speech. I'll try not to take a lot of your time during this time, because I know we have dignitaries waiting to speak and share a lot more experience than I do. But the last time I think I remember my childhood is with my grandmother sitting alone at home and, doing something or the other by myself. I was a single child of a single parent, and my grandmother used to take care of me while my mom worked. So during this entire time, the things that I learned was just, this is not a story of pain. This is a story of privilege and luck, I believe. And this one started with the same thing as always, as it does always. The number one thing needed was a little bit of pain. And I guess some of you might be wondering what I'm talking about, but I'll surely get to the point. After that, after my school days, I was always a little shy, a little introverted inside me. But outside, I used to show that, okay, I can do stuff, I can do this, I can do that. But one thing what I always lacked was, I never went in depth with something. I played a lot of sports, I did this, I did that, but I never went in depth into some particular thing. That is the number one thing which I learned later on. In my school, I was, good academically, decent sports and all. After that, the major changing points in my life were my college days, junior college days, in which, anybody who has done science can relate with this. It was the JEE exams which I was preparing for, in the class from 7 in the morning till 10, 11 at night. But those days with a few people, a few friends of mine, one of which is present here, has been amazing. That has taught me so much in life. Moving on, we have, I experienced Sydenham College for the first time. It was in the first time in my life was I traveling from my place. So I come from a place called Ambarnath. It was the first time that I was traveling 74 kilometers just to get to the college, and the environment there, wow, it was different. It was a different world, and I had never seen this in my life. I still remember the first day of college. I was sitting in a class of 120 people, wondering whether I am good enough, whether I'll be able to do it, whether I won't be able to do it, and whatever. Right? During my 12th, I failed miserably in quite a few things that I did. I did not get into JEE. Did not get the marks enough to get into that. I got 74% in my 12th standard, decent enough, not as much as I did in my 10th. But it's fine. I learned to move on, and then I went to college. Now in college, the experience was totally different. I have to thank a few people who have been with me throughout the journey, and it had just been mesmerizing on a very emotional level, because this was the first time that I was actually interacting with people who are way better than me. And not to say that this place is here I was the best. It's just that the people were extremely different, compared to what I had seen here. Now, during this entire time, right, I tried to get into different things in college. I tried every event I could do. I was a member first, then went on to become the vice head, then the head, and the coordinator and whatnot. So we started with that. Last 7 months have been incredibly different for me, because it was the first time that I was elected I became the chairperson of the alumni cell. But even there, I would like to mention that I was not the first choice any which ways of becoming the chairperson. There were others, but then late, some of them were seniors, they passed out, and things happened, because of which I got into that. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because Rotaract was a very an opportunity which was presented to us by one of our alumni, and we went through it. As you people know, and as Framrose sir mentioned, he was also an alumni from Sydenham College, so that helped a lot. After that 7 months, right, I've spent with these 50 people, and out of which I guess I don't know many of them. I have never seen quite a few of them. But then I would really like to mention the kind of bond that we have right now. I mean, I've never experienced something like this in my life. And the total credit of what I am here right now goes entirely 99.99% to the team, because of whom I am standing here speaking to you people. There are a few lessons which I learned throughout this journey. And I mean, I might totally get this wrong, but based on just what I've experienced here yet. Number one is pain is the ultimate truth of life. And it is also the catalyst of change. I mean, it's very basic necessity, I could say. And that is something that I've learned not myself, by reading a lot, by meeting people, by interacting with amazing batchmates and amazing team members. So the number one thing which I would like to share is if you get an opportunity, right? Because any which ways, as I shared with you people, I was not the first choice in anything that I did. The only thing that you need people to do is show up, accept the pain, dance with it, and then grow with it. The number two thing which I learned was, and this is being very honest with you people, uh, consistency is a very underrated form of magic. And yeah, I can understand what I'm saying, like magic. And trust me when I tell you this, I've seen magic, and I've seen it happen with me. I've seen it happen around me, and I've seen it because of the amazing people that we have right now with us. And the only thing that we need to do, even if we fail again and again, is consistently show up every single day, accept what we need to accept, and then move on to the next day. Take one day as its own, and then move on. And the third thing I would like to share is this very famous line, which I bet you all would have heard: abracadabra. This is the third point, and this has been the most magical moment ever when I realized this. But does anybody of you know what abracadabra means? Does anybody of you have any idea? Type in the chat box if you do. So till I wait the responses, right, I'll just share with you what I learned during this entire time. And it was related to magic, right? Right, Vedyas. Abracadabra actually means I create as I speak. And I mean, just knowing that fact, there is a moment when you have a knowledge of something, and then there is a moment where you realize what that knowledge can do. And when I saw these people, right, when I saw my team members working, amazing individuals, I saw magic happen. Just like the one that you saw right now in front of the video when Soumya acted it out, the tickets that we sent, the entire creative which will be done. I'll definitely introduce each and every one of them slowly and steadily as we move on. But wow, that was magical. I mean, I had seen people do stuff, but I had never seen magic in my life. And here we are. So I have shared the three things, and I would not want to take most of your time. But I'd like to share the vision of what I see in the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. And I request Soumya to please share the screen so that everybody can see that. This vision would be something that we all have believed in. This vision is something that all of us have agreed in. And here, before proceeding to the vision, our charter, something that we are extremely proud of. And you have no idea how happy I am saying that this was the first time we could actually do this in Sydenham College. And I'm super happy. Thank you so much, people who have helped us achieve this. So moving on to the vision, right? Soumya, could you go to the next slide, please? Thank you. So this is what we share together. This is who we are. This is what we would be in the coming years. And this is what we'll strive each and every single day to be. Our vision is to be one of the best Rotaract clubs in India by making a difference in the society and in the lives of our individual members. Now, something very important in our vision is making a difference in the life of our individual members. Now, why is that? There has been a story, a theory actually, if some of you might be interested. It's called the butterfly effect. It says that if a butterfly flaps its wings in the south of Africa, it might have a chance of leading to a storm in North America. I mean, think about it. How mind-blowing is it? If there is a chance of a butterfly creating a tornado, imagine a pack of 54 individuals working together each and every single day to better themselves, what would they do in the society? Imagine the possibilities. We would have Nobel Prize winners from over here. We would have people who have done amazing in sports. We would have great leaders over here. And I'm very sure that in the next 30 years, you'd see some of the names that you have right now, including my batchmates from other colleges, including the people from our club and our dignitaries who have already done something amazing in their lives. So that is it. That is based on our vision. And following the vision, we have our mission, something that we would do to achieve our vision. The vision is to create and kindle the bond of brotherhood and foster an environment of consistent growth through excellence in our actions. Now, every word over here is well thought of, not by me, by the entire team again. And each and everything which is said is something that we believed in right from the start. Number one, we are nothing without each other. And that is why we want to kindle the bond of brotherhood. And number two, we want to foster an environment of consistent growth. And now consistency is a very important word over here because we feel that success is an unimaginable ladder. There is no to the top. You can't reach the top. There is no top. It just goes on and on and on. And what happens is as an individual, right? We look at the ladder, we look up front and we get scared. I mean, that's so high. How am I ever able to get there? But then I think the point over here is not to look up, but then to look down and to look at the first step, day one, and then climb the first step, achieve day one. Then look at the second step, climb day two, and then go on every single day, consistently proving that excellence in action would lead to magic someday or the other. Moving on to the next aim, right? So what do we aim? Rotaract Club of Sydenham College aims to uplift individual personalities who would better serve collective communities. We have something which is accepted by all. Individuals with a plan and with preparation can actually change the world. And this is what we believe in. And by changing the world, we might not make the next revolutionary technology, but we might just help someone who in the future would. We might just be able to make a difference in someone's life when they needed it. We might just be able to help someone who really wanted it or needed it at that time. So that is what we aim for. We aim to uplift individual personalities to better serve collective communities. Moving on. Now here we reveal the banner for the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. We are so happy to reveal this. This is the banner, guys. I hope you like the design. It was created by our designers. We'll introduce them later on during the introduction. Challenges are opportunities is the theme for the year, and the host would better explain it later on. So moving on from the banner, we do have our club merchandise. The president's pin and the other pins would be similar to this. And then we move on to the logo, right? Now, the logo is something that we thought of for a long time. I mean, it was a different conversation altogether. The people who were involved in it know about it. But I think the logo talks a lot about who we are and what we aspire to be. Right. So the logo, as you see, if you are not familiar with the symbol, the logo is of a griffin. Now, what is a griffin? The griffin in Greek mythology is a mixture of a lion and an eagle. With the strength of a lion and the majesty of an eagle, the god Griffin was born. And this Griffin is the one who is the ultimate protector. That is what it stands for. The origin, if you ask me, there were traders who traded silk and spices and all from Greek in Greece. And they used a road called the Silk Road because, quite literally, they used to use it to transport silk from other places. And that road, along with the spices and along with the merchandise that they brought amazing visions and they brought dreams and they brought the story of our club logo Griffin. It said that it protected the most precious of gifts from people. It said that it protected the most precious of belongings of people. And over here, our logo, the protector of our most precious principles and the people who hold them close to our hearts is our Griffin. Well, to put it into perspective, there is one very beautiful line from the movie Dead Poets Society. It's said by John Keating. It says that we read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Medicine law, business, engineering. These are all really noble professions needed to sustain life. But poetry, romance, love, this is what we stay alive for. We are passionate people. We, my dear humans, bringing you back to the poetry that we started with. We are the humans and are the grains of sand which make the world, the wildflowers which bloom in heaven, the tiny speck in the line of time which take up an infinity by itself, and the eternity which truly exists in this hour that we are here together for. Here, my fellow humans, I do see magic. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for your time and listening to the entire speech. I would really request the host to take over. Thank you so much, Hosi sir.
Yash, that speech was truly inspiring and magical. You definitely possess all the characteristics of a true leader. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the quality of his actions and the integrity of his intent. And this truly describes you. Let's have a big round of applause for our president, Protractor Yash Babrekar.
Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much for listening and giving me your precious time. Truly grateful and glad to be here.
2020 is the year that brought the entire global economy to a standstill and introduced everyone to the virtual culture. It put us all in situations that were unexpected and even beyond our imagination. But the way every cloud has a silver lining, anything that happens or any situation that we come across does have a positive side. And that is something we need to look at. On this positive note, let us introduce the theme for the year. Challenges are opportunities. The opportunity of forming a Rotaract club came in an unexpected manner in our lives and thus became a golden opportunity in these challenging times. The lockdown presented us with an opportunity to lay the foundation of the first ever Rotaract club formed in the history of over a century of Sydenham College. We were successful in establishing this club, laying its foundation, and giving hopes to the future students of this college that they too can make a difference through Rotaract and give back to the society. Challenges put us in difficult situations and bring out the best in us and thus help us reach horizons. Now it's time to introduce the core team for the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College for the year 2020-21. I would request Rotaractor Soumya Reddy, the Digital Communications Director, to play the video. The Sydenham Express is all set to take a tour of the City of Dreams, Mumbai, while introducing the leaders of RC Sydenham College. The Express starts with the place where it all started. Rotaract, the Sydenham College of Commerce and Economics, an institution which builds leaders to become world citizens. The first on our list is the president of the Rotaract Club, Rotaractor Yash Babrekar, whom we would relate to the Mantralaya. The task of leadership is not to put greatness into people, but to elicit it, for the greatness is already there. And this quote describes our president. He is a person who is known to bring out the best in people, a dynamic leader with a charismatic personality who possesses the ability to influence people with his impactful speeches. He is the one who can stay calm even in the storm, an all-rounder who well appreciates his team and inspires them to achieve horizons. He is the captain of the ship who takes everyone together to achieve greatness. I would now request the president to introduce the core team.
Thank you so much, Sakshi, for the lovely introduction. And I guess we would move on to the next destination for the Sydenham Express. And the next destination is the Vidhan Bhavan. Now, for the Vidhan Bhavan, we have our Vice President, Ms. Muskan Kanodia. Now, in this introduction, right, this is the part which I was really waiting for since quite some time to introduce the amazing people that I work with. And here is the first one of those amazing people, and quite literally the first, as she was one of my first friends in Sydenham College. The introduction would not be the regular 4-line one. I'd really want to share a story because of which I was inspired by these people. So the first time I was in Sydenham College, when I told you about it, like 120 students, right? And this was the first time that I saw Muskan, and she was, there was something going on, a conversation between her and the professor, the coordinator, Dr. Jharna ma'am. And I mean, I was just a little, I was a little startled looking at her, speak to her in a very confident, in a very poised manner. And that was the time when I knew, okay, this is a different world. This is not the place where we can stay afraid and just shy that down and then, go on with life. And she was one of the first people that I've started being friends with in Sydenham College. One of the first people who showed me different things in Mumbai, how they are done and what happens in our group of friends, right? And along with that, she's an amazing designer. We both know where we started with in January. She was the very first designers that I worked with. And right now, the newsletter which goes on, the other things, the other graphics and all, they are done by her in another organization in Sydenham College. But over here, she acts as an amazing vice president. She has taken over the complete charge of things when I was in Delhi due to some personal reasons. And along with that, I think let's move on to the next person we have. I hope I did justice to your introduction, Muskan.
You sure did, yes. Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed at the moment.
Definitely deserve it, man. So next at the Sydenham Express, we have Sakshi Chavan, the next, the first secretary of Sydenham College, right? And the place that we are relating her to is the IAS headquarters. Quite literally, she is someone who maintains the entire administrative work in Sydenham College Rotaract Club. She is someone whose opinion I highly value. And I mean, if you'd remember the conversation that we had with the core committee once where we were discussing community service project, and that time everybody was with the project, but she was the only one disagreeing with it. And after that, we had around 2 hours of conversation on why we can make this happen and why we cannot. At the end, I laid my weapons down and we went with what she had suggested because she had very valid points. And therefore, she's someone with a very good knack of skill set and what can happen and what cannot. A very good strategist and a brilliant secretary. Half the time, she's the person who is telling me what to do and how to do it. So moving on, I think Sakshi, that was a decent enough introduction. I hope I did justice to you as well.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Glad,
I'm really happy
that you're here. Glad that you're here, man. So we have the next person, Winnie Srivastav, right? Winnie is, we are relating her with the ICSI place in Mumbai, right? Chartered Secretaries. Now, why is that, you'd ask? Now, she is the only person, I guess she is one of the people in the club that I've never seen in my life, because we just started working together when we were in the COVID lockdown and everything. But she's someone who has really pushed our skill set up during the entire time, immensely learned. And along with that, she's also a brilliant writer. I mean, the way she speaks, the way she communicates, the way she handles things, the entire gist of what it is like to have someone having your back. I guess Sakshi knows that because she's the joint secretary and Winnie has her back whenever she needs it. So thanks a lot, Winnie, for being a part of it. Looking forward to making new memories when the college reopens, hopefully. Let's start the Sydenham Express again to the next destination. Yep, here we move on. So where is this place? Guys, while I talk about this person, right? If you have any clue what this place is, please do put in the chat box. Let's have some fun over here. So the next person, Tanvish Jain, man, I mean, one of the very closest friends that I've had in quite some time. A brilliant strategist, someone who knows how to take care of things. He handles his business himself, the father's business himself, does and arranges everything. One small incident that we would like to share about him is that, so once he got an internship in the college, right? It was some college related work. It was a month's internship. And the funny thing that happened was after 2 days, he asked the principal and asked the coordinator, like, what is the work which is remaining? I mean, he finished a month's task in 2 days and he was done with it perfectly and accurately. I mean, I couldn't think of a better person to be a treasurer with us. So thanks a lot, Tanvish, for being here. Thanks a lot, man. Let's take the Sydenham Express to the next stop. Nilesh is right. I mean, it is the income. Oh, it's the RBI. It's the Reserve Bank of India, Nilesh. Sorry for that. Then what is this place? Guess, people. We have Freya. Yeah. Now, Freya and I, we met when she was in her first year of college and I was in the second. She was a member in the events department, which I was the HOD of at that time. Right from that moment, man, a simple incident that Freya, you might remember, is that during the event, Yontre, there was a situation which got a little heated at that time, and I was busy with something else. My co-HOD was busy with something else, and she was the only person who was there to handle the entire thing, and she did it fabulously well. The kind of empathetic individual she is, the kind of understanding she has of people, the soft-spokenness, the gentleness, it's just beyond what any second year could have imagined would have. And this is our HRD officer, a brilliant addition to the team again. Guys, cheer up our people. Your introduction is also coming. Okay then, Sydenham Express to the next stop. She is truly the marine drive, by the way, the picture which was shown. So, we have Saurabh Anasune, the Sergeant at Arms. I mean, this place should be easy for you people to guess. Come on, it's written there. So, moving on to the Sergeant at Arms, Saurabh, I highly value you, man. I mean, the understanding of the game that you have, right, of how things work in an organization, the way you observe people, the way you share your thoughts, even though you are introverted at times and even though you take a backstep while saying things, trust me, I understand and appreciate the kind of value that you bring to the organization right now. You truly are the best Sergeant at Arms I would have ever wished to have. And thank you so much for being a part of the team, man. I hope you remember the kind of conversations we had sitting in the Marine Drive, just walking around. And it was amazing. Thanks a lot for being here. Moving on, who do we have? So let's start with the board of directors. We have Mansi and we have Mrugaja. Now, the place, right, Mansi and Mrugaja, this is basically the core which makes Mumbai run every single day. That is the part, right? The part of the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, right? The way that they do good for people. Truly the best community service directors we had. A small incident about Mansi, if I'd share, is the experience that we had while working in Yontre together. I think it was last year when I was in the second year. She was the vice head. And again, as the vice head, there are a lot of responsibilities that you have. And I'm super proud to say that during her event, I did not know what was happening. And I think that is the best quality of the leader of that, because I was so assured that she would handle everything on her own that I did not even ask what was going on at that time. She went ahead with the event. She conducted it in a brilliant way. Everybody loved it. And then she came to me and said that everything is dusted and done. Now, the thing with Mrugaja, we didn't really work directly somewhere, but one thing which I really appreciated about Mrugaja was that the earlier board of directors selection, it had very few people around, right? After the selection was done, she was, at that time, she wasn't the one who was one of the board of directors, and she calmly called me and asked me for feedback. And I mean, that is something which might seem nominal, but I think the way that she took the feedback, she worked hard for a week, for 2 weeks, and while we expanded our team, we just couldn't see her as not being one of the board of directors. She was amazing with her words. She did good work, and she did one of the first community service events of the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College with Mansi. So super glad that you both are the community service directors. We couldn't have had anyone better than her. Okay, then moving on with the Sydenham Express. Next, who do we have? Yup, Om Gaikhe, Professional Development Director. Now again, I have seen him really, I guess for a few times during the entire 2 years of my college. But he is someone who I really trust to hand over the things and to handle things well in his own committee, outside the committee, to understand how things work. He's someone who've had long conversations with me about how to be better. And the thing which I'm super proud is that he genuinely wants to be better. He genuinely wants to take his team up a notch up than what it is right now. And he genuinely is someone who you can trust, you can be reliable on. He's someone who can be accountable of things. Because of him, I can bet, and you people from the club can respond in the chat box, that we have really achieved a very high standard of professional development in the club since it started. Please do agree with me if you agree with me on the chat box, and let everybody know how good his work during the entire time. Also, today is his birthday, so happy birthday, Om. You truly are a very important member of our team. Let's move on to the next destination then. Om is, by the way, who is he? He is the BKC, the Bandra Kurla complex of our club. All the professional development, big companies, everything is the thing that he deals with. Then, who do we have? Wow, we have the SL World, man. I mean, one of the first amusement parks that I went through in my childhood. And this guy really makes it to the mark. He is Paras Dulia, our club service director. And I don't think we've met ever in college and spoken to each other personally. But again, someone who is amazingly well at what he does. Right? So talking about Paras, he's very soft spoken at times, whereas he's calm, he's gentle at things, he understands how the world works. And one incident which I would like to share is that making the PPT, I mean, the people who are working on it know what the situation was a few days back. But this guy, he sat from 5 in the evening, and then he, along with a few more people, I'll take the names later on, completed it at 1 a.m. at night. And he was there throughout. Some people left, some people joined in back again after having, but this person was there throughout that time. So definitely someone who's accountable for things, and definitely someone that I really look forward to working with you people. In this current pandemic, right, it is super tough to make a bond between people. Because the thing is, we haven't seen each other, we haven't met even once in person. And yet this person has managed to do the impossible. So thanks a lot, Paras, for being a part of this team. We are really glad to have you here. Moving on to the next board of director, who do we have? Wow, this place is one of my personal favorites, man. Very close to the college, and somewhere I've spent quite a lot of time in these few years. I think people who are my friends in the college would know this. So along with that, we have Dhruvi and Vedvyas. Now, Dhruvi, right? Dhruvi was not as as familiar with me since quite a few years, even though we were in the same batch. But then the last few months, man, I mean, these have been different. The kind of attitude that she's shown for the club, the kind of energy that she's brought in, the kind of ideas like case study competitions, discussing things, and every day she sends one good article or one good typed message about one entrepreneurial activity which is going on in India. These two, Dhruvi and Vedvyas, along with that team. So she's an amazing leader here. I mean, there is nothing that would be better for our entrepreneurship than these two people. And Vedvyas, he's someone who loves trekking. He loves to be in the mountains, and he definitely is a nature soul. He really likes going out with people. He's a very friendly person. Almost everybody in the college know him. And again, having the true traits of an entrepreneur, these two have really made the mark of entrepreneurship development in Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. So let's introduce the others as well. Moving on to the next destination. Let's see, who do we have here? Yup, my seniors. So Ankita. The very first memory I have with Ankita is that I was sitting in the interview, I was giving an interview, and she was the COC of, I was in my first year. She's elder to me, 2 years elder to me. Someone that has really shaped how I see things in Sydenham College, someone who has really taught me a lot. She's my super senior, and she was the chairperson of the organization, or the COC as we call, when I was a member there. And I mean, the kind of bond that we have over these years, she has taught me so much that it is very hard to put it into words right now. What I am is because of these people here. And then Srushti, another amazing batchmate. She's an excellent communicator, has amazing presentations, does really well in what she does. And Filhal ke liye, they both were the ones who hosted that.
That's the only reason I'm bloody paying attention. But I thought.
Hello? Yeah, I think there was some issue here. Not a problem. So moving on with Srushti. So in this time, right, she has shown the vigor and the attitude of a learner right from the start. She was someone who, on the first day, if you remember, told us that, okay, I'm here to work and give me more responsibility. I have worked, and I'll prove that I would do something which would make you people proud. And it was nice, right? What she's presented has gone beyond what she promised. She's an amazing person and a very crucial part of the team, who has her sense of opinions, who has a sense of what is to be done and what is not. So introducing the two international service directors relating with Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Airport in Mumbai, Ankita Khare and Srushti Patil. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. The Sydenham Express has left again. Where does it reach now? Let's see. Well, we have Amir Ansari, the man, the myth, the legend, the way he likes to be introduced, right? This guy, hands down, has been the most chill person during the 3 years of my college. I hope you remember the chai sessions that we had after the lectures are over. And along with being the chill person, right? Controversially and still rightly true, he is a really dedicated and a very professional person. I mean, the kind of work that he has done. He is the person who started the Instagram for the first account for RC Sydenham College. He is the person who planned everything. Even before the charter came, this man had the entire strategy planned for each and every single day. So hands down, congratulations to me for having this guy work with us. He's really someone who does not really work with the college fest, but I'm super glad to have you here, man. And you've done amazing work so far. Someone that I really value. Thanks a lot. I guess the Sydenham Express has begun again to our next stop. Let's see who we have here. Wow. Bilal Khan, bhai. So one thing about this person, right? He is a bank of knowledge. The kind of in-depth knowledge that he has about the markets, about politics, about what he studies, what he does, it's unbelievable. He is one of the first people that I started another organizations with, and he's one of the very few people that we have that I've connected with on a very different level. The kind of conversations we have together, and he's a hostelite, by the way. He stays in the hostel, and I hope, Bilal, that you remember the conversation that we had on Marine Drive while starting things for the very first time in January. You know, the way we planned, the way we did things. This has been an amazing journey with you, and this would not have been possible without you, man. I mean, I'm being very honest here. There is no script here. There is nothing that I'm reading it out of. This is just plain experiences with you people. So thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. It's been wonderful. Also, he cooks amazing chicken. Amazing. I mean, the people who do have knowledge, you need to try this man's cooking. It's amazing. So moving on, who do we have here? Let's see. Bilal was the perfect Bombay Stock Exchanger, by the way. Totally a marketing person, like the kind of knowledge that he has. Then who do we have here? We have Parth, right? So Parth is our public relations director. Now Parth ke liye Mahalakshmi race course was the most perfect space, because he is the guy who brings in everything that goes on in the club, right from the club service activities to the inter-club activities that we have. He is the man to do the job, to get people here, to make the event lively, to have fun in the event. And he, like personal experience wise, we haven't been friends for long. He's just 1 year junior to me, but then the work that he's shown yet, I mean, he's definitely one of the top people that I would go to if I have a problem to deal with, right? So thanks a lot, Parth, for being here. It's been an amazing journey so far. The way that he's developed his team, right? He was the one who started this initiative that the weekly meetings, right? We have a thing of weekly meetings wherein every team, every director with a team would have at least one weekly meeting. He is someone who started the initiative of giving the head and the charge of the weekly meeting to the members, inculcating the quality of promptness, of leadership, and of taking charge of things. So without doubt, not only are you an absolutely brilliant director, you're also someone who knows how to make leaders. We're glad to have you with me, Parth. Thanks a lot for being here. Let's get the Sydenham Express started again. Sakshi, I hope saying the next stop and the next destination isn't getting boring and monotonous right now. So we have the next person here, Saswat. Bhai Saswat, we have seen each other and known each other for 3 years now. And I hope you remember that day when we were walking towards CST. We had a long conversation about how we wanted things to go around in the college, how I had my dreams, how you had my dreams. The kind of way you spoke to me then is something which I really appreciate, man. The kind of honesty you have in your words. And okay, guys, a very honest opinion of this person from my side. He's someone with a heart of gold. I mean, he genuinely cares about people. He genuinely wants to do better things for others and for the college. And he's a fitness freak, among other things. He really loves to, play around and sports and gym and all that. I mean, you could see that clearly from his Instagram picture if you look up. But he is our sports director. No one better than you to take over the Bombay Gymkhana in our club, Saswat. Thanks a lot for being here, man. Let's move on to the next person. Who do we have? Guys, you might be wondering that our team is really big of the board of directors and all, but trust me, I need each and every one of them. I can't function without any one of them. So we have Soumya Reddy, the digital communications director here. The credit of you seeing this video happen and the presentation and whatever, the screen sharing and everything goes to this man. He was the featured actor in our countdown videos, as you would have noticed earlier. And he's someone who I envy a lot because he's an amazing gamer and has an amazing PC. And he's really someone who gets the job done at the same time. You can count on this person, man. I mean, if I had to say one word, you can count on this person. You call him up, you say that, okay, this is the thing that needs to be done, and this person will always answer, and this person will always deliver. He will always deliver beyond what is expected. And trust me, this installation quite literally would not have happened without you. Thanks a lot, Soumya, for being here. You are truly, like, very rightly related with the film city Bombay. I mean, people would have guessed, but this is the film city of Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. Thanks a lot for being here, man. Let's get the Sydenham Express to the next stop. I'm really excited to see who's left now. Wow, I know who this person is already. Guys, come on. This place you should know. The other presidents and the people. Please type in the chat box if you know this place. I'll reveal it at the last. So, Mitesh Pendari. Someone who I have never met in my real life. I've never seen him in college and we haven't had a personal conversation yet. But right now, he was the person that each and every one of us depended on the most. I mean, the most. The PPT and the kind of effects that he has. He is our creative director. The idea of the special ticket was his. The entire layout was given by him. The kind of video, the videography, the animation, it was done by him along with Soumya. He's the person who is making things happen over here, and no matter how much I appreciate him in the personal, I really want you to know, Mitesh, that this would not have been possible without you. I really value you, the kind of input that you bring, even after being an intern at a different place, a junior motion designer at a different place. You have brought this club to life with your visuals, with the way that you have presented things creatively. This club is what it is because of you. Thanks a lot, Mitesh. Let's move on. Who do we have next? And right, the place is Kala Ghoda. I hope others guessed it. Who do we have here? Okay, I know this person. So, Mumbai Samachar. Nikita Bhosle, right? She is the editorial director right now. And okay, this is the conversation between me and Nikita, right? You're hearing this with me. I can understand that you were given a lot of responsibilities in a very short period of time. You know, we had a lot of changes in our club in the start. We had some issues that we had to mend. Quite a few people who were there at prominent positions had to, leave us because of some personal reasons, and things happened. But, we came together. And she was the person who filled up one of the most important jobs of an editorial director. Nikita, I won't comment anything on your work because I know how much effort you've put in, even though you were doing different things. You've always tried to ask me for feedback. And with time, in a month's time, right, the kind of growth that I expect from an individual, you've done that. And I'm super happy for that. I mean, whatever connection we had in the past month, I was the one who was, making small changes and all. With the others from my core team, Sakshi, Vinny, and others who helped us out during the editorial section and all. But she is someone who, who has tried to improve and who's tried to do her best in whatever the situation was. So trust me, Nikita, I appreciate what you've done for the club, and thank you so much for being a part of this. We really value you. Let's see who we have next. Soumya. Right. We have Joyly Diabrio, the partners in service. He is one of the reasons why we have around 80 people right now in the installation. She is the one who contacted others. She is truly the Bandra Worli ceiling of our club, which connects us with so many different people at the same time working with the club ambassador. And what you've done in this short amount of time is not easy. I mean, I can totally understand how difficult it must be for you to contact people that you've never seen, never met in your life, just cold calling them up, inviting them with a very warm gesture towards our installation. And because of you and the one that I'll introduce after you, we have so many people watching our installation here. Thanks a lot, Joy. You really made this happen. You are the integral part of this committee, and I really hope that you know that. Thanks a lot. Let's take the Sydenham Express to the next destination, guys. Yup, we do have our club service ambassador, club ambassador. Guys, come on, this place. Come on, this place. You really should know this if you're in Mumbai. Dipansha Khetawat. I've known her for 2 years now. She's been one of the members that I've worked with in other fests in college and other events. Sharing an incident about Dipansha, I feel the best incidents that we had is during the Rotaract Club. In a very short amount of time, she was someone who got us the confirmations of more than 55 clubs in Bombay, and along with Joyly, calling them up, getting the confirmations, sending them a personalized email, and everything was done by our club ambassador, Dipansha Khetawat. Truly the gateway of India. She is someone who is the first contact with other clubs from our side. And she's truly a magnificent representation of what our club is, professionally and with excellence in our work. Thank you so much, Dipansha. This has been an honor working with you. And thank you so much for bringing everyone here. I mean, the others might know Dipansha and Joyly. So, I mean, good work, man. There was nothing we could do without you people here. Thanks a lot. Let's see who do we have next on the Sydenham Express. Wow. So it has been quite a journey. I hope the board of directors, I did justice to your introductions. I hope I was true to what I said, and I hope that others who were attending it did not, find it too long, because this came from the bottom of my heart, man. I mean, there is nothing that I cannot make this any shorter. These people have done so much for me that it is unimaginable that I would, want to introduce them with just one line or two. Thanks a lot. And after this, right, the people that we are going to introduce for, guys, आप अभी जिनको मैं इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा हूँ ना, अभी हम उनके लिए काम करते हैं, ये समझ लो. These are not the members. These are the people that we work for. These are the people that we want to make sure that this experience of Rotaract is better. This is the lifeline of our club. This is the heart of our club, our members. We have Gruti Singh, we have Brunmay More, we have Nilesh, we have Abbas, we have Ameya Patel, we have Himanshu Pawar, and we have Hiral. Each one of them has been amazing part of this club, has done great things with us, has achieved something in or the other in their personal lives while working with us. We have Pratyush Rana, we have Rupam Sagare, we have Sakshi Gavai, we have Shantanu, we have Shubham Batlekar, we have Smith Tambat, we have Tanvi Sane, we have Tejaswini. The kind of impression that they've created, and Shantanu, I'm very sorry for the name. There must have been a mistake in the PPT while naming it. Could you please go back to the previous slide, Soumya? Yeah. So we have these people along, right? Some of them are my batchmates, some of them are my juniors, but each and every one of them is a part of my life right now. And it has been an amazing journey with you people, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Take a time to see the names, take your time to, see these people, because these people are the ones who create magic in this club. Then we have Harsh, we have Siddhi, we have Saurabh, we have Faizan, Shazab, Janvi, Jignen, Ruti. There is just so much that you people have done. We have Yashaswini here. There is just so much that you people have done that it is, really a pleasure working with you people. Saurabh is someone who has a lot of experience. Siddhi is someone who has been a part of this. Harsh, we have Shazab. Faizan is my batchmate and someone who I have learned a lot from. We have Janvi, we have Jignen. Janvi is amazing guitarist. Jignen, good marketer, amazing at what he does, right? So each and every one of them is really, really good at what they do. Let's see the others here. Yup, the last slide of the members. We have Divyank, we have Aishwarya, we have Rohit, we have Devraj, we have Sanya, we have Meet, and we have Ruchit. A few of them have been recently added, but they are still as important to this club as the others who have been a part of this right from the start. And guys, I'm so sorry. Starting the first club, right? It was very difficult for us because we thought कि यार lockdown के time पे, pandemic के time पे क्यों कोई आना चाहेगा, right? What would we do? But this is for each and every member and the people who have been with me right from the start. I really want to let you people know that I couldn't have done this without you, and you are the people who make this happen, right? And I would really want my last words in this entire introduction, because I've spoken for quite some time. You might have been bored hearing my voice only. Even I would have worked in this club happily as a member, happily, very enthusiastically, very showing initiative, right, and with a very good heart. If any one of them who are present here, who the names that I've taken would have been the president or other board of directors, I would happily and really, in a dedicated manner, work for each and every individual who is holding a post right now, and the people who are present as members over here. These people are amazing people to work for. And that is when you know that you've got a good team. Nothing without you people. So thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot for giving me this time. Thanks a lot for listening to me for so long. And I would really give the mic to the host. I hope I've done justice with your introductions. And I'm sorry for any errors if there have been. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Yash, for that incredible and wonderful introduction of the entire team of RCSE. I think you've truly done justice to all. Like, we could see the love said by all of our members and board of directors in the chat box itself. So thank you. So now it's time to make the charm more shandar. And to add glitter to this beautiful evening, we have a fellow Sydenhamite, Nilesh Gurke, who will be singing the song Mumbai Meri Jaan for all of us.
जरा हट के जरा बच के ये मुंबई मेरी जान हो हिया मुश्किल जीना जरा हट के जरा बच के ये मुंबई मेरी जान कहीं मोटर कहीं दिल मिलता है यहाँ सब कुछ एक मिलता नहीं दिल कहीं बिल्डिंग कहीं ड्रामे कहीं मोटर कहीं दिल मिलता है यहाँ सब कुछ एक मिलता नहीं दिल ऐसा करे कोई नाम निशान जरा हट के जरा बच के ये मुंबई मेरी जान मुश्किल जीना यहाँ जरा
Thank you so much, Nilesh, for that wonderful performance. Guys, can we show some love to Nilesh in the chat box? He has really an incredible voice. Thank you, everyone. So now it's time that we have a little sneak peek into the projects done by RCSC after being chartered. I would request Rotaract Sakshi Chavan, Secretary of the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College, to present the Secretariat report.
Thank you, Muskan. The Rotaract Club of Sydenham College was chartered on the 1st of October 2020 and currently has 57 members. RCSC, in the span of 2.5 months from being chartered, has done its very best to bring about a difference in the lives of its individual members and in the society. Firstly, we conducted an intra-club Among Us tournament on the 15th of October as the Club Service Avenue. The basic agenda of this project was to increase club bonding. The groundwork included framing the rules and regulations to be followed for all the participants and creating the initial hype for the tournament. We also conducted several mocks to teach the game to all members. The game was played in 2 rounds, the qualification round on the 15th and the semi-finals and finals on the 16th of October. We had 2 winners in the tournament and they were bestowed with titles for being victorious in the game. Protractor Amir Ansari as Hassan Saba, and Protractor Mrunmay More as the Superintendent Scrutinizer. Next, we conducted a leadership talk with Mr. Nikhil Desai, a distinguished college alumni. Mr. Nikhil Desai is an international speaker, motivator, and trainer who is passionate about enabling people to excel in their personal and professional lives. A powerful presenter with an energetic style, Sir inspired and motivated the members to achieve milestones. Followed by this, we had a leadership talk with Professor Mohammad Virani, a professor at the Sydenham College of Commerce and Economics. Sir gave a talk on the topic of individualism versus collectivism. Next, to spread awareness about cancer, its symptoms, causes, and treatment, we conducted a virtual cancer awareness campaign on the 7th of November, the Cancer Awareness Day. We invited two guest speakers, Dr. Ayan Pinto, one of the top oncologists of Mumbai and a cancer specialist, and Mrs. Premi Matthew, a stage 2 cancer survivor and the founder of Hair for Hope India and Protect Your Mom International. The event also included a live hair donation by a 5-year-old boy, Arham, from Dubai, who was growing his hair from the age of 1 to support a cancer patient. This session received over 800 views on YouTube within 24 hours. The Professional Development Avenue of the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College took the initiative of starting a book club. The book club conducted an interesting group discussion on the book Seriously I'm Kidding by Ellen DeGeneres. The fun-filled session was filled with learnings, and the book club members could take back a lot with them. Along with this, there were discussions on the book and a quiz organized too. On the event of the International Mountain Day, the International Service Avenue conducted an event called Mountain Biodiversity, a global initiative to spread awareness about mountains, our gifted treasure. The main aim of the project was to generate awareness about the diversity of the species and the habitat it encompasses. The contest was arranged wherein the participants shared photographs of mountains clicked by them and also their experience of mountaineering. Thank you.
It's time we call the dignitaries present for the installation to share their views. The first we have is our guest of honor, Rotarian Pramrose Mehta. Rotarian Pramrose Mehta was born and raised in Mumbai. He graduated with a Bachelor of Commerce degree from the prestigious Sydenham College of Commerce and Economics. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Feroz Pramrose and Cooperative Private Limited, one of the oldest and most well-reputed dealers in foreign exchange and having a presence pan-India. A businessman by profession, Pramrose Sir is also the proprietor of Holidays at Leisure. He is currently in his second innings on the managing committee of the Willingdon Sports Club and is a trustee on a few public charitable trusts. Pramrose Sir was inducted into the Rotary Club of Bombay on 2nd July 2002. Over the years, he has been a member of and also chaired various committees on gender equality, environment, urban heritage, fellowship, animal welfare, to name a few. On his road to being president, Sir was director in the years 2011 and 12 and 2012 to 13, and thereafter honorable joint secretary in the years 2015-16 and 2016-17. Sir is also a CMA certified scuba diver. I would now like to call upon and request Rotarian Pramrose Mehta, President of the Rotary Club of Bombay, our guest of honor for the evening, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Muskan. That was very kind of you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm not going to give you a long speech because today is your day. It's all about you people. But I will tell you a little bit about what Rotary is all about, what we're doing, and how it works. Well, let me start by saying it's a huge honor to be the president of your chartering club. In the year of your inception, it is also an immense personal pleasure since I'm an alumnus of Sydenham. I've had some great times in Sydenham, of course, a long, long time ago. All right, that was in the early 70s. I don't know if you can count back that long, but we had a good time then too. Well, the Rotary Club of Bombay is a pioneer in India for Rotary. We are devoted to the ideals of fellowship through service and service above self. That is truly what Rotary is all about. RCB, as we are fondly called, was founded on March 19, 1929. And I am very proud to be its 92nd president. We've had some amazing people before me, and I have to say, I had very large shoes to fill. Well, today, the Rotary Club of Bombay has diversified activities that work through 28 different committees constituted in various avenues of service. And out of these 28, 20 contribute to community service projects. We are also one of the largest clubs in the world with 320 members. That in itself is a feat which people, especially abroad in the West, cannot understand how 320 people can fit together and work together, but we do it well. I have to say that. To give you a small example, we are 6th in the world for TRF giving, which is giving to the Rotary Fund internationally. And the Rotary Club of Bombay has crossed the $5 million mark, which is an amazing feat, even if I say so myself. Well, what we do is we provide service to the less fortunate. We promote integrity and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through fellowship of our business, professional, and community leaders. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Similarly, Rotaract, which was originally a youth program for Rotary International, has now evolved into an organization of its own, present in over 180 countries worldwide. Well, when RCB Director Ajit Lalwani approached me with the idea of chartering a Rotaract club at Sydenham, I was, for obvious reasons, immediately on board with the idea. And I got in touch with Rotaract Committee Chair Murad Karawala. And between Ajit, Murad, and young Yash, and now I hear with everybody else also whose pictures I have seen, well, the formalities of forming the club took not very long. And I'm happy to say that Rotary International, under the signature of Rotary International President Holger Kanak, issued the certificate of organization to the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. Congratulations to you all. That was a tremendous feat. I am truly, truly proud of you guys. I'm also very proud to note the amount of work that you all have done. In the span of just, 2.5 months, it's been amazing. You all have actually hit the ground running. That is exceptional. Not many clubs can do that. And I have to say, well, I'm a little biased that Sydenham will definitely do a lot better all across the board, right? Well, Rotaract is an organization that stands for leadership, professional, and community service. And I have no doubt that under the leadership of Charter President, or shall I say Charter Griffin, Yash, the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College will truly flourish. This year, you've got challenges or opportunities as a wonderful theme for your initiative at the Rotary Club. It brings to mind a quote from Robert F. Kennedy. Only those who dare to fail greatly can achieve greatly. Well, it only goes to show that even when things do not go our way, we must always remember that every challenge, every adversity contains within it seeds of opportunity and growth. And I have no doubt that you will turn all such challenges you face into opportunities that will eventually blossom into success. Rotaract will afford you well-grounded training in leadership qualities, in character development, in finding empathy towards the less privileged, the elderly, and in building friendships that will last you all a lifetime. There are numerous activities and services that you can indulge in: healthcare, education, rural development, looking after the elderly, as I said before, just to name a few. And always remember that we, as your charter club, are always there to help, nurture, and guide you on this incredible journey. I would like to take this opportunity to profusely thank Principal Dr. Madhuri Kagalkar, and the administration of Sydenham, who have had the foresight and have seen the tremendous benefits that Rotaract will provide to you students. Well, I'm not going to take up much of your time. As I said, it's your year and your day to day. Well, lastly, it is with great pride that I welcome the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College and its 54 members into this prestigious worldwide fraternity of Rotaract and Rotary. And before I sign off, I don't know how many of you saw the humor in the Sydenham Express being a local train stopping at every station. I think that was tremendous. I loved it. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I'm really looking forward to working with you all, not just this year, but in the future as well. Good luck and God bless.
Thank you, sir, for all your support to the club. Your words were truly inspiring, and we as Rotaractors will do our best to give back to the society. To grace the evening, we also have with us Rotarian Ajit Lalwani, the MD and CEO of Sunstar Graphics and the head of the proposed Alumni Association of the college. Sir has been a pillar of support for us in this beautiful journey of starting a Rotaract club. Thank you so much, sir, for providing us with this opportunity. We would also like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our principal ma'am, Dr. Madhuri Kagalkar, for believing in us and supporting us in this journey. Thank you, ma'am. The next on our list is Rotarian Murad Kurawala, our Rotaract Committee co-chair. Sir is the founder and CEO at CG Lab. He's fascinated by the visual effects industry and started as an intern in the year 2000. And by the year 2010, he started his own studio and moved out to be a producer. He's been a Rotarian for 7 years. I would request Rotarian Murad Kurawala to say a few words.
Thank you so much. I'd just like to make it very short. Me as the Rotaract committee chair, I'm in charge of liaising between Rotaract clubs and the Rotary parent body. So if you guys ever need anything, need any help, support, please do feel free to come to me. And I just want to add that this must be a phenomenal feeling for all of you all being a part of a Rotaract club, first time and all that. Do make the most of it. Really do make the most of it. And as I think President Framros pointed out, it's truly a lifetime experience and you will make friends for a lifetime. I know I have. So I'm wishing you all the very best, and hopefully we'll be working together very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We're all also looking forward to make friends globally. And thank you so much for your support in this journey. It's time we introduce our ZRRs. Rotaractor Muhammad Nafar, a benevolent human who is always there when you need him. A hardworking and dedicated Rotaractor entering into the 5th year of Rotraction as a ZRR, along with being the Partners and Service Director and the Chairman Finance for the Rotaract Club of Churchgate. Starting out as a member, followed by the Club Service Director, Vice President Main Avenues, he definitely made it happen as the President in the year 2019-20 for the Rotaract Club of Churchgate. A gamer since 1998, honest, approachable, focused, confident, visionary, and trustworthy. Presenting to you, Rotaractor Muhammad Nafar. Along with Muhammad Nafar, we also have Rotaractor Muhammad Khan, a compassionate person who is determined to be a change maker in the society. He started his Rotaract journey in the year 2017 by becoming the Professional Development Coordinator, moving forth to be the Professional Development Director, Public Relations Director, and Marketing Officer. In the year 2019, he was elected as the Vice President and Chairman Human Resource Development for the Rotaract Club of Lala Lajpat Rai College. Currently, he's a zonal Rotaract representative for Zone 1A. A big thank you to our ZRRs. You have been a big support for us through thick and thin. I now call upon our ZRRs to give the ZRR blessings.
Hello everyone, this is Rotaractor Mohammed Khan. I'm the zonal Rotaract representative. Sorry, my partner couldn't be here because of his personal commitments. So I'll just start my part. So wow, it's been a smooth installation and I could feel the pure cool breeze coming out of the Sydenham Express. I would like to congratulate Sydenham College for showing such fantastic support for its Charter Rotaract Club. Congratulating Yash for being a charter president and an inspiration for a long life long lines of presidents and to be successors. From day one, Yash has been on top of his game. And yes, I know how passionate he is about making a pure core solid foundation for his club and a name for his team. Your team has converted challenges into opportunities. Zone 1A is really glad to have a president like you. You and your secretary, and even your secretary, Sakshi, you have done a commendable job. So, congratulations. Really excited to see how the year goes through with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rotaractor Mohammed Khan, for your kind words and for being our pillar of strength at all times. It's time we introduce our chief guest for the evening, DRR Rotaractor Ojas Joshi. There is grace in being willing to know and hear. That's certainly true when we picture Ojas. Disobeying to fit in the standard definition of a leader, he chooses to alter the resolution of true leadership and is positive about only giving the best to this organization. If you ever need any assistance with management, Ojas is your go to person. Trust us, he can. He's an engineer. We're talking about the amazing mix of an operations graduate in MBA and someone who can solve every crisis within the blink of an eye in one body. The Rotaract definition of suit up might just mean wearing the presidential collar that Ojas had the privilege to do for the Rotaract Club of Deonar in the year 2015-16. Zone 4 received two awards in the year 2016-17. One is winning the best zone, and the other, according to his clubs, is having Ojas as their zonal Rotaract representative. For 2 wonderful years, he ensured that Team HRD remained the most outstanding team while serving as the Director HRD and Chairman HRD in 2017, 2018, 2019. He probably might have taken it literally when Eminem said, "A normal life is too boring," and thus became the District Rotaract Secretary. While community building and HRD are two things he has a soft spot for, the administration saw rainbows under his leadership when he introduced training sessions for secretaries and the concept of monthly success weeks for clubs. Being awarded the upcoming council member sure motivated him throughout his journey. Rotaractors surely had HRD to fall back for in case of queries or grievances, all thanks to Ojas, who founded the Rotaract Help Desk. Like John Cena never backs down, never quits, Ojas took upon the challenge and introduced Rising Stars as a concept for his champion council to rise as better leaders. With a unique record of serving as the District Rotaract Secretary and the DRR, thus leading to the movement of 2 continuous years, Ojas is set to breaking stereotypes. Presenting to you the District Rotaract representative, Rotaractor Ojas Joshi.
Hey guys, good evening. Of course, everyone who spoke before me mentioned that they'll keep their speech short and crisp. I'm not going to be doing that. So while yes, I will not try and give competition to you, but it will take some time. So here's that alert if y'all needed one, that okay, if to go somewhere you can feel free to drop up. But I think it's going to be quite long. The first time we heard that RC Sydenham, Rotaract Club of Sydenham is being considered was way back in 2017. Then DRR, and when I was to be part of the HRD team, I think somebody had reached out from Rotary Bombay and we had tried to set it up. And I'm so happy that because when this club got chartered, we shared it with the DRRs from 17-18, and all of them said, "Oh, finally this is done. We're so happy to see this come to life," because it went through multiple challenges, and of course, what all, because it takes time to charter a club in an institute. So welcome to the world of Rotaract. Finally, I think you all have been that missing piece of the puzzle in Churchgate, because we have KC, we have HR, we have Jahind, we've had GLC for some time. And I think the only missing piece was why doesn't Sydenham have a Rotaract club? Or, if it's there, where is it? And I think finally that puzzle has been solved. The first time I think I spoke to the club was when Sakshi, Yash and Muskan reached out to me for some guidance and some advice about Rotaract. And I think what was supposed to be a 10-minute conversation about just telling them some basic things ended up being my first orientation with them, to which I'm not sure if these guys even, they were being nice to me, but of course, I think we almost ended up speaking for about a good half an hour, I guess. And I was telling them so many things because I said, okay, you can do this, and oh, this is also there. After that, I spoke to Yash as well, and I think Yash and I continued speaking for a good half an hour too, and spoke about a lot of things. In fact, Yash hasn't told that what he does beyond college, he also does freelancing work and what other interests he has, and I think that really impressed me. The amongst all the charter presidents that I have this year, Yash is easily one of the most impressive presidents that I have, because as a charter president, I was sharing this with Miloni, who's helping with the installation. But there's this one thought that he said that one goal of mine to become president is, yeah, I want to guide and I want to mentor other young members of my club. For somebody so young, and for somebody who's first time starting off a Rotaract club, that never is the goal. The goal is कि हाँ club को कुछ foundation set up करना है, probably want to do a few good projects and then hope that the club grows. But his goal, I think, that really stood out for me, because at the end of the day, Rotary, Rotaract, any organization are people driven. And when you focus on mentoring and guiding people, I think projects get done very easily. Projects is the last of your concern, right? And I think, yes, that stood out for me. Having said that, till now, you spoke really well. It was really joyful to see that how every person, in spite of you not probably meeting most of these guys, right? Many of them members you would have not met, BOD you might have met maybe online. And the fact that you shared so many things is, I think, an inspiration to all the other presidents out there, that, you know, if there's an excuse you all have to not know your members well, what's that excuse, right? What is your excuse to not know them? Because if Yash can do it, with his members, definitely all the other presidents and all the other council members, and I think for everyone, it's a strong message out there that online should not stop us from knowing, you know, how a person is and what they bring to the table. While you're it's great that your Rotary president is from Sydenham, and Yash and I, when we were speaking in the afternoon, I also happened to tell him that our district governor for 22-23 also happens to be from Sydenham. So when I shared it with Rotarian Sandeep Agarwala that yes, we have a Rotaract Club of Sydenham College from Rotary Club of Bombay, I think he was very glad to know that too, because he's been part of that institute, and he's I think it's great because if you consider, we say it takes a Rotaract Club 3 years to, you know, set its foundation, set all of the things right, understand the movement. And I think by 22-23, you'll complete 1.5 years, which will be great, because we'll have Sandeep sir as leading the Rotary movement. And by that time, Sydenham would have grown considerably as well. At least the foundation will be set. That will be a great year for him as well to lead all these Rotaract clubs. Very big thank you to Rotarian Framrose Mehta as well as the RCC. I think we have two. I saw, I can't recollect the name right now, but I've met them at multiple installations of Rotary Bombay. It means a world of good that, you know, you've taken your time out to come for these installations and share your insights, because who better than Rotary Club of Bombay, who understands how Rotary and Rotaract works. It's what Sir has said is actually very true. It's one of the organizations that everyone looks up to. Like Rotary Club of Bombay is one club that everyone looks up to. And when we have the Rotaract Club as the parent, when you have a Rotaract Club whose parent is Rotary Club of Bombay, it means that it's in the most safest hands possible. So thank you so much. And also to the RCCs, a special mention to the Rotaract committee chairs, Rotarian Murad, I think. I spoke to one more Rotarian, because I think this is the first time I'm seeing so much involvement of the RCCs in every Rotaract club. I think previously it was, the communication was there, but to see so much of involvement in the installation and for everything, I think it's a world of good. It means a great deal for all the members. So thank you so much for showing that and extending that support. Yes, you spoke about magic, you know, of 50 members. If I look at it from my angle, you know, it's 50 over here. Multiply that by, you know, 100. Multiply this number by 100, and the number that you get is the magic that I get to witness every day, or, you know, across the year, across the number of years that I spent in Rotaract. And I think, yes, there is. I always say there is magic in chaos as well. And because if you ever stand at Dadar railway station, or if you ever stand at these busy railway stations from the top and you see it, there is a certain pattern to this magic too. So at least the ones who are Dadar can relate, because I've spent a lot of time traveling via Dadar. And this year is somewhere like that, right? It might have seemed like absolute chaos at April. It might have seemed like we don't know what to do in June. We don't know how to get into this train. And we probably, if we get, we'll fall, or we'll never, you know, be able to get down. We'll have to get down straight at Virar or something, right? But now when I look back at these 3.5 months, 6 months, sorry, I don't know why I said 3.5, 6 months. I think it feels great because we found our magic within this. And I think I couldn't have asked for a better, smoother online installation, because the way the local railway train was done, the way you introduced the members, and the thought of putting different destinations of Bombay. I'm sure many of us didn't even know all these destinations in Mumbai. We knew the prominent ones, but now we know because of you. And how you introduced them, like, and the editorial director relating to this, how different content. I think it was very good. And one more thing in this is, so when we did our district installation, we also had a local train. So you can call my council team as, the Mumbai police. Why the Mumbai police? Because most of the times you're criticizing the Mumbai police. Most of the times we don't appreciate the work that they do. But on those dark nights, on those nights where you think that who's out there to protect you from all these things, my council team will be here for, to ensure that you guys reach home safely, to ensure that you guys your growth and development is not affected because of external factors. So if you want to, and this, maybe you can start calling, I don't know, maybe the momos have a new name now in Sydenham as maybe Singham and Simba, or I don't know, you can figure that out for them. You also spoke about the ladder, right? You spoke a lot of profound things which I knew. I know this about you, that, and I expected it, that your speech was going to be something. You spoke about the ladder, and you also said something that the day one theory. So do you know? I don't know how many of you guys know, but all of us have heard of the company Amazon, right? Amazon is one of the most premium companies in the world today. Jeff Bezos is one of the most richest person in the world. If not, I mean, it keeps changing, but yeah, amongst the top 2, 3 richest people in the world. There's a theory in Amazon which is called the day one theory. And the day one philosophy of Amazon simply states that every day they come to work, they think that this is the first day of them doing this job. And it's across the company. This is what makes Amazon stand out, because of that day one mentality, it teaches them that, okay, a problem can have multiple solutions. We don't always have to rely on things that happened in the past. You don't have to always rely on what are set processes. If today, in today's world, and this is a problem, how do I solve for it? And I think you also mentioned that somewhere, that every day is a new day starting. I think it's a great thing to have for somebody so young in the movement, because Rotaract clubs tend to say these things कि हाँ अगले 5 साल में हम लोग ये करेंगे, अगले 3 साल में हम लोग का ये project ये होगा, but not knowing that maybe 3 months down the line, maybe the next president may not want to do the project, or the next team, or maybe the world has changed so much that this project may not be relevant anymore, right? So I think this thought also really impressed me, and I think I look forward to seeing how you all implement this starting every day, or starting a new journey every day. One thing, if of course now the participants has dropped, but presidents who are there, I know a lot of you guys are there on this. If you guys could put your videos on for a second. I don't want to name you all, but I mean, I know Saib is there, Krishna Priya is there, Sajni, Yash, Shreya, wherever you guys are. Okay, I'll wait for them to come on my video. Okay, Sajni says hi from there. Okay, great. I'm still assuming you guys are here. Okay, good. So guys, while of course Yash and the team have put in a lot of effort to send out individual tickets to everyone, the council, the presidents, and I'm sure a lot has gone into it. And Yash, it reminded a lot of us as council, a lot of us as team ki hum log ye sab karte the. Like when we began our first year in Rotaract, हम लोग भी ऐसा call करते थे, message डालते थे, we would send out creative invites, we would go to clubs to invite, and you guys have done all of this, and all these presidents have probably come because of the effort that you all have put in, right? So that I think is testimony to how you, because I think some presidents have now dropped out once your induction happened, but yeah, see, Krishna KP agrees. And I think one thing that I'd like to, why I asked the presidents, why you guys to why I asked for you guys to come online or to respond if you were there is, while today RC Sydenham has given you this invitation to come support them and be a part of this, you guys, the remaining clubs, you guys have been here for long, you guys have been here for 20, 10, 15, 20 years. Let this ticket and invite not be just your one day ki aaj sawari kar li train ki aur khatam. May this also be the start of your journey with this Rotaract Club of Sydenham, because I'm sure they will only benefit from all the experience, from all the knowledge that you'll have, from all the friendship that they can form with members beyond their college. And I think this is where I would look for that ticket, because it's the start of this association. So if I could have, oh, I see Yash saying it, but if I could have you other presidents, especially if Jai Hind is here, Casey is here, if GDC is here, I think all these clubs and all the other guys who are, of course, in Mumbai, but the ones who are very near to them, all 5 minutes away, if you all could commit today that, you all are on this Sydenham Express, not for this one moment, but for more long. Sajani, if you could do it, it would feel good because some of the others have done it, but you're like right there at RCKC. So I hope for the same. If ever there was a checklist, I was doing ki checklist hota hai normally instis mein. The admin team usually sends us a checklist, right? So usme aisa insti, okay, check. They've done their insti, chartered on 1st October, and within 2.5 months did their insti. Inspiring speech by the president, I think that is check. I think all your members were listening attentively, and a lot of us were saying, ki, wow, he speaks so well. You're quoting various, saying from scripts and theories, from poems, from articles, from so many things. I think the announcement, the whole the logo, the well thought out logo, and if there was a moment ki, okay, if there's a club has to announce themselves, I think you all have done this to the installation with the way you all have done the entire installation, the invites, the creatives, the social media, that lion and eagle combination that you said. I think you all have rode and now you're all ready to soar. So, and I guess some Harry Potter fans, because Griffin might be, I think from Gryffindor also, I'm not sure. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but that announcement has definitely been done. Creativity wise also, of course, the local train and this, so I think everything on the Insti check. And then you won my heart because you said challenges are opportunities. And I think I always say this, that so my theme, Time of Champions, is actually because that at any point of time, for what separates a champion or what separates the one who wins in this is actually how they convert this challenge into an opportunity and get the job done, right? Everyone is faced with different challenges. And I think that the fact that your theme states that and you're doing this online installation where I still have about, I think 20 clubs left to do their installations. So speaks of the fact that yes, this club has totally announced itself. All the board of director positions were in place. I saw the club ambassador. I saw all the ground rules that are there for this. I saw all of them in check. So the research also very well done. I'm very impressed with the Insti. And to top it all, now this is for all the other presidents. If you guys are here again, please put out, because I need for you all to hear this. Other presidents, are you all there? Put yes on the chat. Okay, one. I'll wait for a little because I would want for you all to listen to this. Is these guys were chartered on 1st October. Okay. Yash and the team have been working before that to get things done. We are in December, 2.5 months. Okay. They were one of the first clubs to apply for the official club visit amongst the, I think maybe the first or maybe the top 3 clubs who applied for the OCV. So I think that for us was extremely impressive because this club is definitely wanting to grow. And yes, while you guys do woohoo and this, also please make sure that you all also plan your OCVs. So Yash, I think that stood out for me because the fact that you acknowledge that how the OCV will be helpful to you, and whatever be your thought, be it from growth and development or be it from, okay, what have we done in this year and what can you do better, right? I think nothing beats this. It was the icing on the cake for me, and I wanted to say it for the installation. So I waited, until this day. So Yash, feel proud of that, and all the members probably clap for yourselves. Till now, you'll have been clapping for each other, but give one round of applause to yourself for doing that. Having said all of this, I think let the RC Sydenham Express continue its journey, and how your goal is for India. I would say that let the Sydenham Express not only be in Bombay, not only be in India, but also touch, the 180 countries in which Rotaract is present. And this is one thing I say very rarely in very few clubs and installations. I think by the start of year 22-23, which is 1 year after next year. So after Bharat's year as the DRR, 22-23, I think RC Sydenham will be one club to absolutely watch out for. It will be one club that would have grown exponentially and the learning curve will be very high. So I look forward because that will be the end of my Rotaract journey at the start of 22-23. And I hope that, RC Sydenham College is a club that has grown so high, and I look forward to this. Last thought. At any point of time in the year, I don't know if the entire college can meet because I don't think college will reopen, and I don't know. But Yash, do arrange for one meeting, not installation OC, but just one informal meeting with the members of the club. I would like to interact with them, and that's my promise to every club that at least once in the year, I would like to do this. Now I'm being real that maybe online or offline, preferably offline, but I understand that many of them will be in different parts of Bombay or across. So then maybe online is the way to go. But that's one commitment from my side to you all. Thank you so much, guys, and wishing you all the best for the next 6 months. I look forward to seeing what else RCSC can achieve. And like I said, long speech. So thanks, guys, for listening.
Thank you, DRR Ojas Joshi. We'll look forward to meet you in the coming days, if possible, as you said, either offline or online, but we would be happy to meet you soon. And now, as we come to the end of our installation ceremony, it's time we extend our gratitude to all those who made this event possible and have a pivotal role in laying the foundation of the Rotaract Club of Sydenham College. We would extend our sincere gratitude to the guest of honor, Rotarian Pramrose Mehta, the president of the Rotary Club of Bombay and a distinguished college alumni. Our principal ma'am, Dr. Madhuri Kagalkar, for supporting us whenever required. Rotarian Ajit Lalwani, the head of the proposed Alumni Association of the college, and the one who brought this opportunity to us and has been a pillar of support to us whenever we require any help. Chief guest DRR Rotaractor Ojas Joshi for motivating us to give back to the society and make a difference through our actions. The distinguished college alumni, Mr. Gautam Puri, Mr. Hosi Charna, and Mrs. Amita Parekh for joining the event. Your presence surely made this event a star-studded one. The ZRRs, Rotaract Mohammad Khan and Rotaractor Mohammad Nafar for being there with us through thick and thin. Professor Dr. Ritesh Singhal, the professor in charge, the college alumni, and last but not the least to all, the presidents and the secretaries of various Rotaract clubs of District 3141 for joining in our installation ceremony and making this event even more memorable. A big thank you to each and every person who made this event a big success.